You mentioned that you'll be speaking at the conference, and I do want to shift my last few questions around
Sure.
some of the broader topics and trends that I know you'll be talking on, but I also know they're front and center for so many leaders right now. Here's where I want to start. In your work, I know that you are getting kind of a front row seat to enterprise leaders who have real AI wins under their belt. They also have some real scars from their early lessons.
Uh-huh.
What do you see as the thing that's separating the organizations who are making progress from those that are stalling out, maybe even as they're getting to a pilot phase?
Well, you really have to consider AI as an operating model change. It's not just a tech change. Okay. It's a fundamental change on how you run your organization. Okay. And there's a lot of checks and balances that go behind that. But, it's very interesting. I met with a sales group from one of the vendors a couple of weeks ago. And the thing that I heard in the meeting was the fact that a lot of organizations are funding AI. But it's like, what do we do? What kinds of projects, what kinds of applications can we leverage with AI? The IT leadership, there's so many that are out there. Which one do you prioritize first? And I could tell you the ones that have a direct impact on your bottom line, which are CX driven, okay, customer experience driven, are the ones that you should go after first, of course. So yeah, we're seeing the fact that, not only is funding available, but the idea of rushing to do it in a matter of weeks or, because the deadline is being given by upper management rather than a systematic approach to deploying it correctly. So I've always seen that if you don't have, if you're not doing an assessment properly, a discovery process properly, if you're not doing a vetting process around the vendors, and that can be via an RFP or something less formal, but you have to do demos of these various vendors. You have to have a best practices project plan and implementation around this stuff, including user acceptance testing, including a test bed group that you can vet out, things along those lines with. If you don't do those basics, you could fail miserably.